Hello everybody and welcome to my Instagram. Today is Saturday, October 3rd, 2020. You are watching Tarot with Kuka, and today I actually bring you two bonus reads on one day. Yesterday I did not pull my cards for the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead Oracle card deck, and usually there is a meaning behind everything. And so last night I did some soul searching because if you do work with Santa Muerte, she does like to work alone. And so last night I really kind of had to have some prayer and meditation. And so we came up with a genius idea of how to integrate today's reading with what was supposed to be yesterday's reading. So for today, the outlook is to kind of review our week or even look ahead, because it will totally correlate with what our next moon phase is going to be, as you will see in my YouTube channel. And so with today's cards, with the Santa Muerte deck, I have kind of integrated some understanding as to what this oracle card deck means and how to integrate it with my weekly reads. Like I say, this has been a journey of learning, and so I've kind of meditated on what the meaning of the four worlds were with the Santa Muerte oracle card deck. And just as a quick recap, what we have is the four worlds that are in the Kabbalah, which is Atzilut, Bria, Yetzirah, and Asaya. And so Fabio Listrani actually puts the worlds in the meaning of the card deck for emanation, in which it's like the archetype concepts as the worlds are forming. And then the second world is creation, which is to build upon a higher understanding with, kind of the basis of the roots of Santa Muerte. And then the next world is formation. And then this is kind of where our Aztec gods come in, and, they are kind of the foundation of, the creation of the world on what, the Aztecs believes. The final world is the action, and this is kind of like the world we kind of see today, where things are happening, buildings are being made. So what I thought about was, in our journey of tarot, it's about life, it's about beginnings, it's about endings of projects, it's new starts, new just things happening, and sometimes things don't happen. So I wanted to take this world with the Santa Muerte Oracle card deck and have it take a look at where we are on our path and where we are on our journey. And so with that, what I asked for was guidance from our dragons. As you know, I firmly believe in dragons. I grew up thinking that they were mythical creatures, but how is it that we have, a world back then, before photographs, capturing images of what dragons are? Maybe we did put them into extinction. Maybe they went into hiding and are still there and still waiting to help. And that's the belief I want to believe in. And so what I want to do for today's read with the intention is, where are we on our path? And what guidance and what aid do we have from the dragons? And so with that, let's go forward with our Saturday read. That includes the Friday focus, as well as Saturdays with your dragons. So again, thank you for watching this video if you're still with me. And again, this is Tarot with Kuka, and so let's begin our first read. So what we have here from the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead is an Aztec god. And so let's see if I can zoom in. I can't zoom in. So let's just take a quick little move and see what we have here. There we go. So with our Aztec god, we are in the world of creations. And so again, we're still in the middle of our journey. But what does that mean? So what we have here is number 12 in the world of creations, Tezcatlipoca. And I'm going to read from the guidebook on page 21 from Fabio Listrani's Santa Muerte Oracle Card Deck. Ancient god of night, of war, of education and temptation. He is portrayed holding a mirror with which he kills his enemies, forcing them to face their contradictions and discordance. What a powerful weapon when you are faced to look at your own contradiction and discordance. For this reason, he is governed by the archetype of chaos, but he is also capable of sacrificing himself. In fact, he lost a leg after using it as bait to attract the monster Quetzalcoatl, whose body was used to form the earth and human beings. So we were essentially formed from monsters. And I don't know, the Bible verse that jumps to me is the root of all evil is the love of money. And so, essentially it kind of correlates evil in man's heart, and, we are created from monsters. But again, we can transform and become aligned with our higher selves. And so the advice of the dead is assess in a period of pause and meditation what needs to be sacrificed to leave the chaos you find yourself in. You will thus be able to obtain great advantages from this new perspective. OMG. So this is just, it's really resonating because of the fact we have now surpassed our full moon, and we're kind of headed towards where the moon is going to be what we call in the third quarter. And so it's halfway between full and the new moon, which means the light is now waning. So again, this is now going into a period of reflection, and the one place to start with, because I have been reading a lot of negative. It's hard for me to even go on social media anymore, just because of all the negative, karma against, a world leader that you don't agree with, and pointing the finger, laughing at somebody's, who is like facing a potential deadly virus and laughing at it. It's not us. It's not mankind. It's not our place to put into judgment what another person deserves. That's between them and God to decide. And the karma, and as far as karma, the universe always evens out. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are laughing at somebody else's illness, and for those of you who are pointing the finger and saying karma, you are passing judgment, just as I am passing judgment right now. But so, the thing we have to be careful with, is this is where you need to look into this mirror. Where are you in discordance? Where are you in contradiction with the universe? And again, that's between you and God, the creator and the source, the universe, to figure that out. It's not my place. But be careful when you pass judgment. And so with that is what really kind of resonated right now from this message. We need to be throwing away things that no longer serve us. We need to really delve into our fears and to see what is holding us back. Is it literally this anger and this hate that we keep playing out? Or, are we simply, creating these blocks because we are filled with such negative thoughts that it is affecting us in our health? So, right now, take this period of assessment to see where you are. And, this card is actually so perfect. Because what's really sticking out with me is we got to really take a look at ourselves in the mirrors, ladies and gentlemen. And that does include me. I'm not a perfect human being. And so, I have my things to face. In fact, just as kind of a side message, as I was shuffling the cards for a card for the dragon read, usually if a card falls out, I call it a jumper. When you have, more than one or two, you kind of have to assess. Well, I had 3 cards fall out, and I considered that I dropped the cards, but I was about to put them back in the deck, and something told me, this is for you. And so I pulled my cards, and so I literally got advice on how to work on myself, because like I say, I'm not perfect either. And so this card is so perfect, and I just want to give a huge thank you, because like I say, Santa Muerte works with me in the light. And so, together, with, connecting with the divine, with God, this is the message we got back, and like I say, she operates in both shadow and light, and so sometimes her messages are very harsh. And so with just in quick summary, we got a very powerful Aztec God that is telling us to take a hard look at ourselves and come to face with our own discordance and contradictions in the universe. Wow. So with that, I want to move forward onto our dragon energy, because like I say, with advice comes with help. And so I want to pull in our dragon card and see who's working with us. And actually, based on this card, it really is no surprise that we got this card again this week, ladies and gentlemen. So what we have again, if you're with me last weekend, we have the lilac fire dragon. And so I don't want to manipulate my little camera too much here, but I will read from the guidebook, and this is the Dragon Oracle card deck by Diana Cooper. If any of you know who Diana Cooper is, she's literally like to me, she's like the OG in the spiritual movement. I know there were others before her because she had to learn from somebody, but she is sharing a wealth of knowledge, and her YouTube page, actually, channel, goes deep into many ascended masters. I mean, she knows which dimension they are in, which realm, and how to contact them. And like I say, Jesus Christ is a part of this. His mother is also an ascended master. So, that's where, to me, God goes beyond Christianity. God is everything. God is all. And God is even these dragons. So on page, and this is really cool, because on the guidebook, page 44, we have the lilac fire dragons. And if you resonate with the number 44, that number really means that you are surrounded by angels. They could be archangels, or your guardian angels, or your passed over loved ones who are in heaven. So 44 is a very special number. So the lilac fire dragon transmutes through the power of divine love. Let me repeat that, ladies and gentlemen. The lilac fire dragon transmutes through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of the heart brings peace, hope, and joy. And that is your answer. Once you look into that mirror from Tezcatlipoca, is that you now are free to release that negativity. And like I say, we are approaching the new moon, so we are still able to release things that no longer serve us, in which we can transmute that fear into love, and enlightenment from the divine. And what follows is purity of heart that brings peace, hope, and joy. So let me give you some little information about these dragons, because they are actually really important. So I'm reading from the guidebook on Diana Cooper's Dragon Oracle card deck from 44 to 45. These dragons are fifth dimensional. And let me kind of, again, I explained it last week, like the third dimensional thought is kind of saying, I hope I have enough money to pay my bills, and I hope the universe provides me that money. The 5D thought is, thank you for sending me what I need to pay my bills. You already declared that you're going to get it. It's not that you put hope. You know it's going to happen because the universe always provides. That's 5D thinking. So these dragons are fifth dimensional. However, they can reach up to the ninth dimension to access the awesome lilac fire of Source, which is a new energy recently graced to Earth. This carries transcendent love as well as enlightenment. When these dragons pour their lilac fire over and through us, we are bathed in divine feminine light, which has the power to dissolve all lower energies in pure love and bring us peace, hope, and joy. It also bathes us in higher divine feminine qualities of wisdom, agape, which is a form of love, and oneness. And so agape love is kind of that connection of love you feel with the divine. Is if I remember my Greek properly. So having this energy in our aura may even allow us to experience bliss and ecstasy. So the guidance is, when you choose this card, a lilac fire dragon will touch you with incredible ninth dimensional light. And you know, the funny thing is, I don't choose the card. The cards kind of, like I say, choose me. So in a way, because I was receptive, the lilac dragon was ready to jump out for all of us. So call it in and ask it to touch you. As it approaches you, breathe in divine love and sense the lilac fire enveloping you. This will enable you to let go the old easily, calmly, and graciously. So notice particularly how you feel when this dragon touches you, and sense the purity of the love that it radiates. I can already feel this dragon touching my heart. Ask this dragon to remain with you, to anchor the glorious light of the lilac fire, and take you into a new illumined way of being. When you do this, the love radiating from your heart will become purer and more beautiful. People will sense this and respond with trust, respect, and gratitude. Consciously work with this beautiful dragon and notice the difference it makes to your life and the quality of love around you. Wow. So this is like really deep. Here, ladies and gentlemen, the message that is really resonating is the universe is giving us an opportunity here to go from fear-based anger, fear, negativity, all these emotions that no longer serve us. And all we got to do is just face them and acknowledge, so that we are able to release them and let them go. And what is right there waiting for us to come in is this lilac fire dragon who wants to show us pure love of the divine. So I'm going to leave the video at that, because like I say, I don't think I could provide any more insight to what the cards have already spoken. And so with that, I send you love, light, and many, many blessings. Take care.